welcome back to my Evilness podcast or to my Evilness channel. Today we will be talking about the true crime case of Katherine Janeiro. And I know I should do this more often because I always forget, but I just want to say I don't mean anyone any harm. All this information has been compiled through news articles or things that I have found on the internet, and I have put it together to tell you about this case. So, let's get started. Katherine grew up in the North York section of Toronto. She was the only child of Dinora and Fernando Janeiro, who were from Portugal before moving to Canada. On Sunday the 9th of October 1994, Katherine Janeiro, a 20-year-old single mother to a 2-year-old daughter, was letting her hair down and having a night out of partying in bars in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Less than 24 hours later, Katherine was found dead in a basement apartment at 258 Dunlop Street West near Ann Street. As the investigation began, it was discovered that on that night, Katherine had invited some people she had met whilst out back to her apartment. The phone in Katherine's apartment was found to have been removed from the wall and was missing. It was assumed that the attacker or attackers took the phone because a number connected to them could be stored into the phone's memory. However, a month later, the phone was found at a nearby creek with its memory intact, but it did not provide investigators with any useful information. After this, detectives started looking at evidence that was found at the scene during the investigation. Police collected hundreds of pieces of evidence and took hundreds of witness statements. Found evidence was sent to the Centre of Forensic Sciences in Toronto and to a private lab. Police believed that Katherine was likely in the drug trade and that the motive could be robbery. Police had 6 suspects who it was believed were either responsible for Katherine's death or had important information. After 5 years, in October of 1999, the case was transferred to the Ontario Provincial Police to use an unspecified technique that Barrie Police Service could not use. But this proved no success, and in February of 2012, the case was handed back to Barrie Police. Another 2 years after this, on the 15th of October 2014, Barrie Police held a press conference with Katherine's now adult daughter, Dawn Nelson, to mark the 20th anniversary of Katherine's death. Dawn told how she had grown up without her mother. She said she found out about her mother's death when she was 6 years old and was flicking through channels on her grandmother's TV. She saw a Crime Stoppers episode. It was a reenactment of a young woman being stabbed in her apartment. She said, as young as I was, I still remember being terrified and sad for this woman and for her family. Moments later, a picture flashed onto the screen of the woman holding a child, and that's when I realised that it was my mother. I knew because this is the same picture I have in my living room to this day. Detective Robert Gravel said they were watching 2 suspects, and police hoped advancements in the field of DNA analysis would help narrow down the search. 2 DNA traces were found at the scene in 1994. Almost 7 years after the conference, police arrested and charged 58-year-old Robert Bruce MacQueen on the 13th of January 2021. People knew Robert Bruce MacQueen as Bruce Ellis because he used his stepfather's last name. Ellis had lived in Barrie for a long time. His Facebook account showed he had moved to Innisfil in 2021. Bruce had a tough guy reputation when he was growing up, said a former Barrie resident, Paul. Bruce did not graduate high school and was in and out of jail in his younger days. Police did not provide any specific details on the case because of ongoing investigation against Ellis, but it was confirmed the arrest was made possibly because of a tip in 2019 and that Ellis was known to the police. It was also confirmed Ellis and Katherine knew each other, but didn't elaborate the extent of the relationship. Ellis was scheduled for a second court appearance after not having a lawyer for his first on the 13th of January 2021, but the case is still currently ongoing, so far there is no verdict or sentence. So hopefully we will have closure on that one really soon. So thank you guys so much for listening today. I hope you have a great day. If you could give me a thumbs up or a subscribe, you would be amazing. And I'll get another one done really soon. Bye.